So, you've had plenty of time to talk to people and snoop around. Who's the culprit? Let's hear it.
Well, I think the person doing the doing the bad things around here is... My prime suspect is Helfton Helgeson.
Are you sure?
Well, on second thought, my prime suspect is Mrs. Montague. She's extremely angry about that botched procedure her dog underwent, and she's bent on getting back at the Redondo by any means she can. I just can't prove anything yet.
Try looking in that Prita bag she always carries. Things like a portable bank vault. If proof she's our mad bomber exists, chances are you'll find it in there. Right now, she's getting a massage in the ivory room.
Then that's where I'm headed. And there went Mr. Mingles. I better find a way to reverse the flow of the pneumatic tube and get him out of there. This suspicious password has 3 parts?
Nancy, you in there?
Yes, I am, Mr. Bleski.
A bunch of towels need to be folded in reception, so get on it.
Here's the latest note.
Aha! The word is meditate. Aha! I'll bet that's the place the clue refers to. I did it! Catastrophe averted. Yikes! It's full of ladybugs. Sure glad this bomb didn't go off. Bugs. Looks like someone lost their marbles. Mr. Mingles must have buried this here.
Will Nancy Drew please go to the garden and catch a certain canine that appears to be running loose again?
There he is, and it looks like he has some documents in his mouth. Mr. Mingles, drop it! Oh, I better follow him until he drops everything to make sure he doesn't swallow more evidence. I need to put this together and see what Mr. Mingles was carrying in his mouth. That was interesting. Where did you find this document, Mr. Mingles? Mr. Mingles? Uh-oh, he disappeared again.
Nancy Drew, in case you were wondering, Mr. Mingles was just spotted in the lab room.
Mr. Mingles must have run off already. No time like the present for a little snooping.
Nancy, more towels need folding in reception. Get on it.
Time once again to work your detective magic.
The clue is actress. Yes, that must be the room where the next bomb is planted. This could be messy. Oh no, there she blows. Phew! Ick! This bomb's loaded with rotten eggs. That octopus is holding on to a key. That ought to keep him busy while I get that key. A secret, huh? I better find out what this key opens.
Nancy, care to guess who's now blowing little blue bubbles in the reception area?
Oh boy, he got himself stuck in a safe? I better figure out how to open this. That's not right.
Mr. Mingles, there you are. What a naughty, naughty boy you've been.
Please, Mrs. Montague, from now on, keep him tied up or something, okay?
I'll do no such thing. Especially since his odd behavior and all the other bizarre symptoms he now exhibits are your fault.
You're so angry about his botched...
Come again?
You're so angry about his botched spinal manipulation, I can't help but wonder how far you'll go to get even.
Well, it is my hope that she goes as far as she can. Mr. Bleski and the people he works for are interested only in money. Not fairness, not compassion, not justice, just money.
Hey, look, no one forced you to work here. You don't like your contract, you shouldn't have signed it. So just quit whining. And quit begging every guest that walks through the door for money to finance that idiotic pipe dream store of yours.
So you're aware that Helfton... So you know he's been discussing funding with Mrs. Montague?
Of course, Joanna told me.
That Joanna? The janitor? Is she your new BFF or something?
I could tell him what you've been doing. Course, that would mean your job, wouldn't it?
You mean it's against the rules for staff members to... You mean it's against the rules for staff members to date guests?
You bet it is.
You didn't tell me we were breaking the rules. Oops. You're the one who's been fraternizing with the help? Yes, sweet thing. Mummy is appalled too. I guess we know whose films we'll never watch again.
No, wait. You don't understand. I was preparing for a role. It was all an act.
Excuse me?
I was just seeing what a relationship with a lowly receptionist would feel like. I'm an actor. It was all research. So let's just keep this quiet, okay? There's no reason for anyone to suffer just because some nosy loser couldn't keep her big fat mouth shut.
If this throws a wrench in your career, good. You'll be getting just what you deserve.
How can you say that? What did I ever do to you?
It's not what you did to her. It's what you did to... Joanna's angry about what you did to her brother.
Her brother?
My brother Elwood wrote the best movie script ever, only they never made a movie out of it because you turned it down. And then, when he tried to get you to tell him what was wrong with it so he could fix it, you ignored his calls. All 89 of them.
I will not be ignored. Oh my gosh, you're the one who's been leaving me those notes.
Who cares about the notes? She's probably the one who's been planting those bombs.
Bombs? Did he say bombs? Don't worry, sweet pea. That was the last straw. We are leaving and never setting foot in this dreadful place again.
By forcing me to work in the vicinity of someone as deranged as that janitor, you have failed to provide me with a safe work environment. And that is a breach of my contract, which means I, as they say, am out of here. Yes.
Is your brother looking around here too? Is he the one who's been planting the bombs? I can't believe this is happening to me. To my screwball sister, yes, but to me? I need to call my agent.
Open your eyes, dunderhead. Can't you see how preoccupied with publicity your supposed girlfriend is? She's the one making stuff go boom around here. Wise up.
Well, now that people seem to be all done slinging mud at me, I think I'll go take a bath in some.
4 words. Find the bomber.
That's only 3.
Now!
Hey, my bomb detector's going off. This black powder, and that means this emergency shelter is my next destination. It looks like there are 3 entryways. I think entering from the garden is the safest bet. Now that's a lock. Obviously, the bomber hasn't come through this door. I guess I need to figure out how to open it up. A stone pig? This must be a clue to open this lock. I need to go where there are lots of statues. There's the place. Hey, I got a scroll from Homer. Who could this belong to? think I got all the coins. Now it's time to see if they fit in the door to the bomb shelter. Oh my gosh, this is definitely the bomber's hideout. It's pretty dark over there. I'd better turn on that light. The sticky notes aren't blank anymore. There. Oh my gosh, you are the bomber. I was right after all.
Me, the bomber? Don't be ridiculous. I was simply exploring and stumbled into this place only moments ago. I'm no mad bomber. Why, it's all I can do to set my watch.
I highly doubt that. I understand you made a fortune.
Come again?
I understand you made a fortune selling digital components, which indicates to me you're a lot more mechanically inclined than you let on.
Nancy, 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 I'm rich. If I wanted something blown up, don't you think I'd hire some thugs instead of doing it myself?
Like I said, you had the know-how, and this was personal. The Redondo hurt Mr. Mingles, a defenseless, trusting, adorable little dog. Getting revenge was one of those things that had to be done right. So you did it yourself.
Once again, brava for you. So what happens now?
Now you come with me and turn yourself in.
Oh, you silly, simple girl. I hardly think so. As it happens, I just built and activated an extremely powerful bomb, which means if you attempt to haul me off to the Hooskow, you and everyone else within a 5-mile radius will very shortly suffer a very unpleasant fate. Better get to work, Nancy. In the meantime, Mr. Mingles and I will be off. Farewell.
No construction accidents here. The look on Mrs. Montague's face, on the parts that could actually move, that is, when I walked through the door, was one of complete and utter shock. Up until that moment, her plan to ruin the Redondo had gone flawlessly. I must admit, planting that bomb in the jungle room while she was in there was very smart. It made me think she couldn't possibly be the bomber, although that does explain why it turned out to be a dud. She was so bent on revenge she didn't even care about those shares in the Redondo she was offered, all because she thought they'd hurt poor Mr. Mingles. But as it turns out, his only real problem was Mrs. Montague herself. After her arrest, the dog was adopted by an elderly couple, and for the first time in his life, he was given plenty of exercise, fed regular dog food, and petted instead of massaged. Within a week, he was acting like a normal dog. He even lost that weird thing he had for hair. But that could be because his new owners didn't really have any. And, believe it or not, ever since the trial, the Redondo has been filled to capacity. I guess it's true what they say. Any publicity is good publicity as long as they spell your name right. Speaking of which, even I got some publicity in the Tinseltown Tattler. They referred to me as the teenage sleuth who solved the bombings in between a few much-needed procedures. I thought it was kind of funny, but my friend Bess Marvin says I should sue. But I can't do that. After all, they spelled my name right.
You earned special credits. Congratulations to you. Now that you've proven yourself, why don't you go play arcade mode? I think you'll find it a good challenge.